Hey guys, let's check out the new attacker maze monster named Áspero Flame so that we can decide whether or not this monster is worth getting. So let's go and get right into it. His traits are not confirmed yet. We do have one trait confirmed. It is control immunity, and that is most likely his best trait, and that is a very, very good trait. So yeah, already pretty good. We don't know his relics yet, but I'm sure they will be at least decent. So let's go on down to the pros and the cons. He has a nice trait. Access to nanovirus and ignite, which are both really good. He also has great damage output, Neef self-supporting kits, and damage boost, double damage, and pierce, anticipation, and healing, which are all incredible, especially the double damage and the pierce. Those are both incredible, very, very good. And then if we go on down to his leaked moveset, these are all of his moves. So he does have an AoE and nanovirus, which is very, very good. Nanovirus is just a really good negative effect. It's got to be one of the best negative effects. And then he also has a self-damage boost with an extra turn, which is great as well. As long as the enemy doesn't have anticipation, you will be fine with that move. And then he also has a self-pierce with insane fire damage, ignite, and then it removes the pierce though. But that move does have 0 cooldown, which is incredible. That is a very, very strong move. It can basically just get rid of Megaton. It doesn't even have to worry about Megaton. And yeah, the Ignite is great too, and it does so much damage. And not only that, but you can also use this damage booster with an extra turn before to do even more damage. So that is great. Or you can use this double damage with anticipation and team 20% heal before, if you want to do even more damage. And then he also has an AoE heavy fire damage with Ignite, which is great. Of course, with the Pierce, or it doesn't look like he actually has a Pierce that stays on the monster, which isn't great, but it's still okay. So yeah, you won't be able to use Pierce with any of these AoE moves. And then he also has an AoE low metal damage. He also has a moderate fire damage with Ignite with 0 cooldown. Most of these actually have really, really low cooldown, 0 cooldowns. So yeah, that is great. He also has a self-piercer with very heavy metal damage, nanovirus, and self-pierce removal. So yeah, that is pretty good as well. But yeah, he does not have a pierce move that doesn't remove it. So none of his AoE moves can benefit from pierce, which is kind of I don't think he'll have pierce as a trait, just because it seems pretty heavy on pierce removal. And that would just kind of make these moves pointless if you had Pierce as a trait. So he definitely won't have Pierce as a trait, but he does still have Control Immunity as a trait, which is really good. And yeah, he does have some good damage boost moves. The best monsters to use with this monster, there are of course some good, I believe there's some good ancestors that could awaken with some of these moves, like the positive effects and stuff like that. But yeah, those could be good. And then he could also go good with like a damage boost support if you don't want to waste time putting damage boost on this monster with his own moves, especially since they can be removed pretty easily, at least this one can. The self-damage boost with extra turn can also be countered very easily with anticipation, as I already said. So yeah, if you have a monster with damage boost that can go before this monster, that can just clear up that problem very, very easily. So yeah, a monster with damage boost could work really well with this monster. Also, maybe a tank or something. And yeah, this monster counters tanks very well. It counters monsters with Megaton very well. Or monsters with, what is it called? Area dodge very well as well. And evasion. So it can kind of counter all of those very, very easily, which is very cool. I like that a lot. So overall, this monster can counter quite a few monsters. It seems like a pretty good attacker, honestly. I would go ahead and get it, but don't spend money on it. I really don't think it's worth money, but it is a very strong attacker. It seems like it can be very good. It would be much better if it had some pierce moves that don't get removed, but they all seem to get removed, so that isn't great. But yeah, it still has some very, very good moves. So yeah, pretty decent monster still, even though he removes his own pierce. So yeah, definitely go and get Áspero Flame. You can get him out of the maze that is starting this Friday, or it'll actually be started by the time this video comes out. So yeah, go and get the monster out of the maze, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Let me know what monsters you guys are going to use with Áspero Flame as well, because I'm very curious on how you're going to use it, because it does seem like it could be really good. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.